I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, I'm delighted to introduce you to a wonderful author and artist, Olga Timofeyeva. She has written an evocative book. It is called Blueprint of Memories, The Breath of Siberia. This beautifully written work captures the essence of a childhood in Siberia, vividly brought to life through her paintings, showcasing snowy landscapes, village life, and a deep reverence for nature's beauty and wisdom. We're delighted to have this very talented creator join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Bookside Press for helping us put her in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful book. Olga, thanks so much for being our guest here today on Spotlight.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. Siberia, to a lot of Americans, is an unknown place, but this is the place of your childhood. It is a place of extreme beauty. It's a place of extreme cold, and you have balanced the both with your pictures and paintings in this book. Tell us a little bit about life in Siberia and why you decided to memorialize it in this book.
I was born in Siberia, so for me, it's a very native climate, native country. It was not my choice or place to be born. My grandmother was exiled there by Stalin, Comrade Stalin and Soviet officials. It was a long time ago. So it's happened. I was born there and I was living with my grandmother as a child of state of enemy in exile. But this is the nature, the place where they live. It was so beautiful. It was kind of a little brutal because Siberia winter was very cold and brutal, but I admire that landscape, and it's so precious and native for me. So it's like blueprint in my memory. So I decided to show it in my book.
Yep. Wonderful, wonderful. And you're surrounded there by your wonderful artwork. Your artwork is beautiful. I'm glad it's in the book as well. I'm glad to see it there hanging on your walls. When did you start painting?
I'm accidental painter.
Mm-hmm.
I had a complication after breast cancer. And in one of these instances, I was admitted on emergency basis to Sloan Kettering. For 2 days, I have very high fever. I have IV in my right hand. And after 2 days, my temperature a little bit subside down. So I took IV pill. I was walking the corridor of Sloan Kettering. By absolutely chance, my eyes look at the wall and I saw advertisement. Patients, come on 15th floor. We have watercolor workshop. And I clearly remember, I never did it. If they invite me to learn ballet, it would be the same reaction. But I said, I would like to kill a couple of hours. So out of curiosity, I went there. So I come there, I still have IV here. So instructor give us piece of paper, paint, a brush, water. And I was asking, so what should I do? Because I never had experience before. And they said, okay, just, put that. And I clearly remember I took red pigment and put on the paper. And the moment the water touched the paper, it was like, people said, like it's epiphany. I couldn't believe my eyes because such a beautiful, intricate, and at that moment I realized there is another world which I never knew. No chemotherapy, no surgeon, no doctors, nothing. It is a world of unimaginable beauty. And I said myself, I have to learn it. So I took that in my room, they allow me. And since that, it started my journey to the beautiful world of painting. Before, I never had any experience. I never held my brush. I never had any education. But that's a moment that completely changed my life.
Amazing, amazing. So you're in the hospital, you're battling an illness. It's a dark time for you, but there you found the light.
Right.
You found the beauty of painting. And it's sort of like how you found the beauty of Siberia. For some, It's a forbidden place, a place where people are exiled, but you found the beautiful part of Siberia.
And I hope, sincerely, I hope that that attitude or that example would be kind of pick up some people, because sometimes even in the darkness we can find something that enlighten our life.
Exactly, exactly. What was it like writing about your remembrances of the past? Was it a good memory, a good journey down memory lane?
It's mixed. You know, as a child, you're basically happy because you don't know exactly what's going on. My mother and grandmother, they love me so much, so I felt love. But I saw outside what's going on. In my child mind, I have a question. Sometimes I was crying. I come to my mother, said, "Why people so mean?" So she's trying to kind of comfort me down. It's mixed. It's mixed. I was happy, but we had a very dark moment. That, you know, we were labeled as an enemy of state, and that was in a way, it's a bittersweet childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough childhood. You're labeled the enemy of the state. You're living in a place where the climate is severe. But you did again find the light in the darkness, which I think is wonderful. When did you come to the United States, and what was that immigration like?
I came to the United States. It was still Iron Curtain. It was Brezhnev time, 1977, and Soviet official give me $240 when I exit country. $120 for me and $120 for my daughter. That's what I came here. But journey was interesting. We would transition Italy. But when I come, let me tell you my first impression of America. It's not a skyscrapers because Soviets describe it as a stone jungle. Not even subway, which is not for people with weak nervous system, you know, because it's. But what actually it was like cultural shock, because whatever every single person, child, old people, young people, everybody was beautiful, individual, dress individual. I came from society which were not allowed to express our individuality. For me, it was shock. So I admire my country, my America. I admire because we find happiness, me and my daughter, and I just wish, you know, we have prosperous and peaceful life as a whole nation.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it must have been a wonderful welcoming to come to this country. It is a beautiful country. Where you live in New York City is gorgeous, and the countryside, you know, an hour or two just outside of New York City, you can be at a wonderful farm, and it's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah, I go sometimes in the summertime to Pocono, so I do some my landscape there.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Is this the first book you've written?
No, it's not the first book, but it's the best book. I had the first edition of, it's called just Breath of Siberia, which was published in 2017. Then in 2021 was second edition, but that's only online, so not many people know about that. But the latest book, which published right now by Bookside Press, that's the most successful. It's like I put all my heart, energy, imagination in that book.
Exactly. Well, it's a wonderful book. From your
Thank you.
text to your artwork, it's a fabulous combination. Have you sent the book to any friends who you grew up with in Siberia? Are you in touch with anyone?
Yeah, a couple of them. They were excited. I have people in my neighborhood who bought a book as a present for their friends. Basically, people like a book. But my former comrades, from my compatriots, then they look, it's very resonated with them, that especially snow scenes. That's how it was in that time in Russia, in Siberia, snow and snow. I wish I could live 2 months in a year in Alaska. For me, it will be very native.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's beautiful. And you're also blessed living in New York City. There's such a large Russian population as well.
Right.
I often used to go to Brighton Beach and
Yes.
sit on the boardwalk on a cool fall day, have a blanket around me, have a bowl of borscht, and enjoy the beautiful Russian community there.
You know what Russians do sometimes before they eat borscht? They have a little vodka, so it keeps them warm.
Vodka used to be my favorite thing. Absolutely.
I get Americanized. I have coffee with tequila in the morning.
Sounds great. That sounds great. Well, your book again is wonderful. It's called Blueprint of Memories, The Breath of Siberia. And Olga has really breathed life into this very cold, very stark landscape by painting beautiful pictures that will really transport you to a different place, a different era. And also her story is compelling as well. It's one you want to read, enjoy, and reflect upon your own life as you do so. Olga, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Oh, pleasure is all mine. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.